Before a language model ever sees your text, something has to chop it into pieces, and that choice is a lot trickier than it sounds. Give the model whole words and it chokes the very first time it meets a word it never saw during training. Give it single characters and every sentence balloons into a huge, slow sequence that wastes compute. So we want a middle ground, and Byte-Pair Encoding, from a paper by Sennrich and colleagues in 2016, threads exactly that needle. It's the tokenizer sitting quietly under GPT and a long list of other models. Here's how it actually builds itself, one merge at a time. The clever part is that Byte-Pair Encoding learns its own vocabulary from the data, one merge at a time. Follow the loop once and the whole trick clicks. Everything begins from the smallest possible pieces. The vocabulary starts as nothing but individual characters or even raw bytes, so at this point every single word in the corpus is spelled out letter by letter, with no shortcuts and no whole word entries at all yet. Then the algorithm scans the whole corpus and counts adjacent pairs. It looks at which two symbols sit next to each other most often, so a common combo like T followed by H rises straight to the top. Here comes the heart of it. That single most frequent pair gets merged into one brand new symbol, and that symbol joins the vocabulary as a token in its own right. So the pieces the model works with slowly grow from letters into meaningful chunks. Finally, the loop just runs again. Count the pairs, merge the most frequent one, add it, and keep going until the vocabulary reaches whatever target size you picked, maybe 30 or 50,000 tokens. So why go through all that? Line it up against the obvious alternative. Word tokenizers keep every word whole, which reads nicely until an unfamiliar word shows up. A new name, a typo, a rare technical term, and the model has no entry for it. It falls back to an unknown token and quietly loses the meaning of whatever it couldn't spell. This tokenizer handles that gracefully instead. Common words end up as a single token, while rare ones get split into a few familiar pieces the model already knows. And because a version working over raw bytes can always drop back to those bytes, it can encode literally any string you throw at it. There are simply no unknown tokens left, ever, and nothing quietly gets dropped along the way. Strip it down and three ideas carry the whole method. Frequency drives the merges. The algorithm is greedy and dead simple. At each step it just grabs the most common adjacent pair, so the vocabulary you end up with is shaped entirely by what actually appears in the training text. Common words stay whole, rare words break apart. That balance is the payoff. Everyday tokens cost you exactly one slot, while an unusual word is stitched together from a handful of subword pieces instead of vanishing. Byte fallback kills the unknown token. Because GPT-2 onward runs Byte-Pair Encoding over raw bytes, it can spell out any character in any language. Emoji, obscure scripts, anything. Nothing is ever truly out of vocabulary. Alright, let us lock in the essentials. This tokenizer builds a subword vocabulary by repeatedly merging the most frequent adjacent pair of symbols. An idea from a paper by Sennrich and colleagues in 2016 that adapts a much older compression algorithm. It starts from characters or bytes and grows the vocabulary until it hits a chosen target size. Common words become single tokens while rare words split into pieces, which is why it powers GPT and so many other models. Because a version running over raw bytes can encode anything at all, from emoji to obscure scripts, there are genuinely no unknown tokens left in the model. Curious how the rest of these model internals actually fit together. We break exactly this kind of thing down in plain language over at standarity.com. Come say hi.